Hey YouTubers, Starfire here. So as you guys know, I'm going to be doing these reviews by myself for the next few weeks because Raven is doing a play and she has rehearsal at night, so she's not able to do the review after the episode. So I will be doing them on my own until she's able to do them again. So yeah, tonight I will be talking about The Flash Season 2, Episode 2, called The Flash of Both Worlds. A lot of stuff happened tonight, which I'm really excited about. The first thing I had down was Jay Garrick. So, Barry has a hard time trusting him at first because, you know, he's just coming in saying that he knows these things and he knows their names and that he, like, is from another world and has these powers and stuff, and he was the Flash in his world. And, I mean, it's understandable for Barry not to trust him because he went through the same thing with Wells, and he turned out to be evil because he was Eobard Thawne. So, I mean, I can understand why Barry is acting the way that he is. And, I'm glad that him and Jay end up teaming up and, you know, stopping the villain in this episode because it, you know, is good for him, and he is finally going to trust him, and he needs that mentor again in his life because of what happened with Wells, and I think he needs somebody that he can trust again. Not that he can't trust Joe or anything, but I mean, Joe's busy a lot of the time because he is a detective, and so he needs this person who can motivate him and trust and believe in him and, you know, be there for him in the way that he needs it. So, I really like what happened with their relationship tonight, where he started to trust him and he helped him to defeat the villain. So, yeah. Okay, the next thing, the other Earths. Yeah, they're bringing all that stuff into it. It's going to get more and more complicated, but it's also going to get really interesting and cool. I'm actually kind of curious to know, like, what the characters are like in the other worlds. Are Barry and Iris married in another Earth, or what's going on with that? So maybe we'll find out more as the season goes on. Patty Spivot. Okay, so first off, I want to say that the actress that plays Patty Spivot, Chantel Van Satin, and I know that I've mentioned this before, and like when we were doing a couple of the Messengers reviews and stuff, but for those of you that saw those, we only did like 2 or 3 because the show ended up getting canceled and I just didn't feel like doing reviews anymore. But anyway, that's a different story. The actress that plays Patty Spivot is from the TV show One Tree Hill, which is one of my favorite TV shows, and she played the character of Quinn, who was Haley's sister, for those of you that have seen the show. She doesn't come in until season 7, but I really do like her character in the last few seasons. So it's cool for me to see her on another TV show that I really like, and see her do a different character. I like Patty Spivot so far. She's a little bit perky and she's kind of coming on a little strong, but I think that she'll be a good friend to Barry, and because they are kind of similar, they like some of the same things, they're both kind of nerdy and into science and stuff like that, so it'll be interesting to see how their relationship pans out. At this point, I'm not necessarily like supporting a romance with them. I mean, it's probably going to happen for a little while, but regardless, if it does happen, it's going to be temporary because I know that Barry and Iris will be together eventually. They have to be. They're the iconic couple of the TV show. You know, they're like the Lois and Clark of the Flash. I mean, they're going to be together no matter what. And if it takes a long time, whatever. I'm used to that. I'm used to the slow burn couples. I've waited 8 years for couples to get together. I've waited 9 years for couples to get together. Like, I'm used to that. I'm okay with it. I personally like the journey better anyway, and the build up to all of that and the little moments that we get in between. As long as we get something, I'm happy with it. But anyway, I want something more to happen with Barry and Iris in this season, but I'm not sure if anything romantic will happen. And like I said, that's okay. I know that he's been an anchor, or she's been an anchor for him for a lot of the first season. And he's going to start being an anchor for her because, you know, her mom's coming back in the picture and Wally West is going to be on the show at some point. And so, I mean, in this season anyway, I just don't know what episode yet. But, yeah, so he's going to kind of start supporting her more. Because I think he's starting to kind of get out of his funk a little bit. He's still kind of, you know, not wanting people to help him with stuff and kind of having some trust issues still. But I think that he's starting to kind of open up again and let people help and, you know, understand that people believe in him and, you know, embrace that. So I think he's going to start being her support in a little bit. Especially since her mom showed up again at near the end of this episode. Which I think is actually interesting because a lot of people thought she was dead. And I want to know why she left. I mean, did she get tired of Joe working all the time? Was he a workaholic? Was there something bad that happened? Like, I want to know about that. And I'm sure we're going to find out. But, yeah. The actress that plays Iris's mom was on the TV show Melrose Place, which was on in the 90s. And she was only in the first season, but she played a character named Rhonda on there. And I kind of liked her character. She was a lot of fun. So, yeah, it's cool when you see people from other shows that you watch on something new that you're watching. So, yeah, that's exciting, and I look forward to that. Oh, he can put fires out now? When the heck did that start happening? Like, in the first season, he goes into a burning building, and he didn't put out the freaking fire. I like that he's using his powers in different ways, and we're seeing new things happen with that stuff, because that's really cool. But, yeah, that was, like, really surprising to me. I didn't know that he could do that. Maybe the friction from that, I'm not sure. But, yeah, I already addressed Patty's a little perky. She's a big Flash cheerleader, Patty Spivot. She's a fan of him and all that stuff. Maybe she'll die down her perkiness a little bit as the episodes go on, but so far right now I think she's a good character. I'm glad that Joe finally let her be on the task force, and she explained why she was so passionate about finding, you know, about stopping the metahumans and stuff like that. That was a good thing to find out for her character, so I liked that. Iris getting through to Barry. Seriously, she's the only person who can get through to him that way. She got him to trust Jay Garrick and realize that he's not Wells. He's not going to do the same thing. There are people out there that you can trust. And, you know, she's the only one who can do that. Also, when she said you have to do something now, he listened too, and he did something, and he stopped the freaking metahuman. So Iris really is his rock and his anchor, and she's that support. And it's going to be cool to kind of see him be her support now with everything that's going to happen within her family and stuff. I know I've said that like multiple times already, but yeah. She truly is the one person that can really, really get through to him when he's down about stuff. So, if that's not an indication of true love or an OTP, then I don't know what is. So, Vibe. Cisco's powers are starting to show, and he's like having vibes and visions and stuff. It's so cool. I'm so excited for him. I know that I realize that he's scared, and I understand why he's scared, because he feels like he's evil and his powers are bad, and he doesn't want that because he's a good person. But I hope that he realizes soon that he can use his powers for good, because it can really help them find where people are if they're kidnapped and stuff. So yay for that. I'm really excited. Both Flashes teaming up was really cool. I'm glad that Barry finally opened up and let Jay help him, and they both teamed up and tried to stop the sand demon, which was really, really cool. The way that Barry threw the lightning. Using his powers in new ways, which I kind of just talked about. You know, using his speed and the lightning to throw it and turn him into glass because he was a sand demon and basically break him apart, which was really, really awesome. I'm excited to see how his powers are going to be used in new ways continuing on in the season. Mama West is in the house. Yay! I really wonder what Iris is going to think when she sees her again. If she's going to be emotional, if she's going to be happy, like, what's going to go on with that? She's probably going to be upset because she hasn't seen her mom in a really long time. So she's going to definitely have explaining to do. What happened to Stein? Why did he all of a sudden, like, faint or pass out? Did it have something to do with the information he was giving them? Is something, like, possessing him? Like, I don't know what's going on. If you guys have an idea of what you think is happening with him, just say so in the comments down below, because I'd really like to hear your guys' thoughts about that. I mean, there's probably a lot of you that are confused as well, but I'd just like to know what some of your guys' theories are, because I'm not really sure. So, oh, and Wells, I'm so excited! Oh my gosh! I love how they always, like, have him be in the scenes at the very, very end of the episode, like the very last few minutes of it. I thought it was cool that, like, that woman was giving those kids a tour, and then all of a sudden you see Wells, and he's the person who created all of it, and we're gonna see Wells as he was meant to be seen, as Professor Wells. And I'm so excited. I like Tom Cavanaugh, and I liked him in the first season even though he was evil. But yeah, I'm excited for that. That was super, super awesome, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait for that. So yeah, that's all I have, and I know I kind of went through it kind of fast. But yeah, if you guys have anything that you want to say and you have any thoughts about what you think is what's gonna happen in some of the upcoming episodes, just post your thoughts in the comments and give us some feedback or some idea of, like, that stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy me just doing the videos. I mean, I'm trying to do a good job, and I hope that you guys like it. It's only going to be for a few weeks, and Raven will be back, so, yeah. Anyway, yes, please give us some comments. Thank you to anybody that's been watching and to people that have commented on our previous Flash video. I'm sorry that you couldn't hear me very well. I wasn't talking very loud on the video. I apologize for that. It was in the morning when we did it, and I was still kind of, like, waking up, and I wasn't as enthusiastic and excited and boisterous as I usually am when I do the videos. So for those of you that could not hear me, I apologize. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please continue watching. Thank you to the subscribers and all that stuff. So yeah, until next time, keep believing in the impossible.